Hello, this is Shankar, and we have we don't know about the horoscope of Sri Modi. What is the exact time? And there is a lot of discussions on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discuss. He was swearing. His swearing in was in 2019 at 7 p.m. on 30th May at Rashtrapati Bhavan. So that is the horoscope which I have taken because that is right, and it happened at that time. So if you look at that horoscope, it's a clear indication that I'm very sure about it that he will remain as the Prime Minister of India. In fact, his prestige would increase much more than what it was earlier, and he will be a person to reckon with because you have Ketu, and Ketu is in the second house, though with Saturn. But Saturn and Ketu, as per my Nadi principle, is a very good combination to have. It gives you a combination of being a very tough taskmaster, with that also having a kind of a religious or a background where you have your principles which are there in place. Of course, it is aspected by Mars and Rahu, which gives it aggression, which is there to the whole system and the way you run politics. So he would be a master in running politics. But having said that, and we all know about that, I'm going to talk about what is going to be his future in terms of the elections. And the elections time would be more or less in the time of 2024, between March and May, let's say 17th March to 18.5, he will be running the of Ketu, Moon, Jupiter, and Ketu, Moon, Saturn. Ketu, Moon by itself, Ketu is the second house, is the house of Rajya, it is the house of government, it is house of Karak, it's house of a flag. So the flag will be maintained. He will be flying the flag. Jupiter again is in Lagna. It looks at the house of power and prestige, is fifth house, and again Saturn again is in the house where it gives you power and gives you solid power. It will give you a reasonably good number of a position where you'll be able to consolidate and you'll be able to run the government in a very good way. And Moon is in the house, the fifth house, is the house of Sun, which is the house of power, government, and politics. And therefore, I feel that during the period of 17.3 to 18.5, it's a very good period for him in terms of getting back to power. Even at this time, he has Ketu Sun running as per the last. The Sun and Mercury is with Mars, so he will take very aggressive steps with partners. And it has Jupiter in the Lagna, which is going to support him. So you have a very good king, and it's supported by two very good ministers. I mean, that is how we see in astrology. Lagna is always the king. King is in the Lagna, and the ministers which support the king is the planet in the seventh house. That's how I'm trying to tell some principles of astrology also. So you have a good king, a very powerful king, supported by good ministers, good people advising him. And then the eyes are by Mars and Rahu. And whenever Mars and Rahu together, it's the eighth house is the eyes of the people, your people who are around you, how they look at things and how they do things and how they execute things. So execution will be totally perfect here in terms of his entire planning, till which will take place till about 14/1/24. Till 14/1/24, he would have good actions being taken, and they will be executed perfectly. When the election time is there, I feel he would come back in power and he would consolidate. And it is very clear with the Dasha system, also with my Ashtak system. Also, I've applied my Bhrigu Nadi principles also here. So I do not see any kind of issues of his coming back as the Prime Minister. In fact, he will be able to consolidate more, irrespective of what happens in the near future. Ketu Moon has got a tendency, would give him a tendency of a little disruption, because Moon is a flowing planet. It flows, it creates ups and downs, so it may create some disruption. But as soon as the Ketu Moon Saturn and Ketu Moon Jupiter kick in, it's going to be good. So even it's a good period till January 24. It is a good period between March to May, and I feel that there will be a greater consolidation of power and a greater consolidation of he himself being in power. It is a very strong Ashtak Varga which is there. So 5 points. He is going to retain his seat for sure, and I feel the most important thing is that I would say that it would be a greater consolidation. And then again, Taurus after April is 6 points. I'm looking at. I can very confidently say that he will not only retain his position, he will also be doing things to be prestigious and taking the country in a much more forward way after between in the next, let's say when he becomes prime minister in 24 to 25, it's going to be an excellent year for him. April 24 to April 25 is going to be a very good year. Until 25, he's going to be unbeatable. He will do things which are very good. Till 2025, all his actions will pay him for the benefit of the nation. So I see him coming back. I see him consolidating. I see him in greater prestige. I see him doing better for the nation in terms of till 2025. I'm not going beyond that. Consolidating the country's position in a much bigger way. So I see the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi continuing as the Prime Minister, consolidating himself, and then till April 25 doing things which will give greater power to the country in the international space, and also with a lot of partnerships, and business would be his focus. In terms of business and partnership, he will take the country to great dizzy heights till May 25. I'm sure about it. So, very clear. I don't have any this thing, and this is a chart which nobody can dispute. With this, I end this video. Thanks, and bye for now.